Very cool indeed. Good morning, all from GetHex, Hot All family. Hey, good to see you, GetHex. Welcome to the chat as well. The Pulse player, yo, yo, yo. What's it? A pumperoni pizza for all. Yeah, I like that. That's a tasty pizza. I know Brian, our community leader, would love the pizza. He plays, was it Fortnite game? And he always takes the pizza and he eats all the pizza box. He says, "Here's have some pizza, guys," and then he takes all the pizzas out. It's pretty hilarious, but funny one there. Big shout out to Brian. Highway to Top Gun Danger Zone. Bam. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Definitely smash the likes on the way in. Brennan says fourth quarter looks bullish incoming. Yes, the Christmas run definitely looks like it's on. And yeah, we're going to talk about that when we get to Bitcoin. Some of my thoughts on that. We got Butch in the house there. Morning, folks from Brisbane. What's up, Superman? Hey, good to see you, Butch. Big shout out to the Aussies in the chat as well. So pretty cool. Good to see you. Let us know in the chat where you are from around the world. We got Americans, New Zealanders, Australians. Let us know where you are from. So that'd be cool. Blobfish King in house there. Good to see you, Blobfish King. The emoji king. And I like that. So let's rock it on. Right, shall we get into it? Without further ado, bam, let's go. And let's bring in, do you like green? Do you like green? Do you like green ice cream? What is it, lime ice cream? Is that what it's called? Green ice cream? Well, let's get into it. We've got green charts. Okay, bam. Woohoo! Now, Bitcoin's just slipped just below 30K just for the live stream, but we're sitting at 29,959 at the moment, which is pretty good, looking very good indeed. And of course, we've got ETH there at 1629. So Bitcoin's up 0.75% at the moment on a 24-hour basis. Ethereum is up 1.4% at 1629. And Ethereum, and you guys know Ethereum can run a long way. You know, I've seen projections out there for 10,000 Ethereum, 30,000 Ethereum, and there's some pretty bullish forecasts. And it is the smart chain one. And of course, who forked that? Who had the brilliant idea of forking that? Richard Hart. And of course, we have Pulse Chain, which is battle tested and superior tokenomics. So it's going to be a fun time on Pulse Chain. It is going to be really, really cool. BNB at the moment is up 9/10% at 214. XRP is up a little bit there too, up 2/3 of a percent at 52 cents. Those are some of the leaders, but of course the standouts there you can see we've got Link is up 17% at $8.88. And what else we got? We got Solana up 8% at $29.39. And then finally we got over here. Actually, not fine. We're going to go through a few others. We've got Matic is up 6.6%. So these are the standouts. We've got a few other ones like Aave. And of course, we've got our own form of Aave on Pulse Chain called Fiat by the PH Universe team. And that is up 5% there too. And finally, looks like we've got Lido, the big liquid staking protocol, is 6.6. And maybe Pulse Wallet might fit, fill that market gap on Pulse Chain. So that is Lido up 6.6 there at the moment. So on the back of Ethereum, of course. So looking pretty good across the board. Let's move away from that, nice and green there. I thought we'd take another perspective today. We always often use this website called coin360.com. We all often use this because I like the tab or slab type of look, or block look if you like. But we're also going to look at Crypto Bubble. Look at Crypto Bubble, yeah boy. So this is cryptobubbles.net. Cryptobubbles.net, and look what's standing out. What can we see? What can we see in there? What is in our face? What is the big bubble in there? I'm looking. What is the big bubble? Oh my goodness, it's got a word X written on it. Look at that, HEX there, 132%. That's amazing. This is the monthly one. I'm on the monthly tab. Let's go to the daily tab. Daily tab HEX is still up 33% on the daily tab. Look at that, still the biggest circle there. Let's go to the weekly. Up 169 on the week. Woo! Super big HEX there. HEX is dominating. This is on the Ethereum chain, of course. Man, oh man, oh man. Look at that. Wow. I mean, BSV is up 60%, but HEX 169. You can't keep a good thing down. And man, fun times. So that's pretty cool. All right. So that is the bubbles. I couldn't resist that, of course. So we're really dominating on that one. Let's have a look at the hour. Who's on the hour there? Well, HEX is not doing the dominating on the hour. But on the day, it's the king. It's the king there, 33%. On the week, it is 169%. On the month there, 132. So looking pretty good on that one as well. All right. So good news there on Crypto Bubbles. I had to bring that one up because it looks so cool. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart though, and look at this. Woohoo! This is our roadmap, right? This is our roadmap. I've been mapping these out just so I thought it'd be quite useful. And of course, here we are. We're in our window of opportunity. Look at that. And window of opportunity, and it's playing out like it's playing out like a true window of opportunity, and Bitcoin's just smashing up there. We had a death cross, the death cross fake out back here, and then we had a bullish golden cross, and we thought it might close out and be a fake out too, but no, it came out and rallied up, and look at that. Woohoo! The yellow line is the 50-day EMA, the blue line is the 200-day EMA, and look at that thing is really, really separating out there, and we had a massive run on the old crypto, and of course we've had good news about that, right? Good news, which has been pretty cool. Now, what we got in here, obviously, there's no Speaker of the House in the United States, so that needs to be done. It's kind of gone back to the beginning again, so fingers crossed on that. I really was hoping Jim Jordan would get that, but that's still a question mark over there. Time is ticking. We got the budget stopgap measures coming up, so we do have to get some solution there. Otherwise, it will probably just be extended again. We'll see what happens there. We've got 26 days until that needs to be fixed up, or at least a new one needs to be put in place. So really, maybe we've only got 3 weeks or something to get that done. Get a leader. We've got another week to get a leader and get that done urgently. Maybe they'll do another stopgap measure, another extension, basically. We will see. Remember, this one was 45 days, so we'll see what they do. The other thing, of course, the Fed meeting on the 1st, we're expecting a no change in interest rates. That's basically the market's at basically 100% on that, no change. So that's 5.5% on the federal funds. And, of course, the next meeting is December, and probably a pretty good chance at this stage that we'll have a no change, but just an outside chance possibly that we'll have a change there. So maybe a no change to the interest rates towards the end of the year. So bullish for the markets, particularly for quality assets, especially with all these geopolitical risks around the world at the moment, and wars and things like that. So that bodes well for quality assets. And of course, we know that potentially includes Bitcoin and crypto, because gold and treasuries are doing pretty well. So that's good news for us, it seems. So that is kind of the lay of the land at the moment. Obviously, we've also got the ETFs here back out the back here. I've got that on the 15th of December. But presumably at the earliest, we may get an approval at the end of this year. So I put it at the 15th of December, possibly. And of course, we could end up running right into that and way through it into next year. And so let's go into next year. We haven't done this before, but let's go into next year here. And we can see we've got the Bitcoin halving. Look at that. Woohoo! 17th of April out there. And so we're ticking away towards that. So everything's looking pretty bullish. I mean, apart from some couple of unfortunate wars in the world, it's looking pretty good for the markets. We've got 179 days, so 6 months to go until the BTC halvening. Woohoo! Bring it on. And of course, this may be an extremely bullish 6 months. And then, of course, Bitcoin could continue to run out through April into the rest of the year. I'm not expecting any issues really until maybe mid 24, and we will see what happens there, and maybe a Fed pivot around the mid 24 is what I'm guesstimating there at this stage. So that's kind of the lay of the land. The window of opportunity continues. At least I've got it here at the moment until the 13th of November. So far, so good. So, but actually, the outlook is starting to look better and better and better. Fingers crossed on that. So that is kind of cool on the old Bitcoin. Now, the high of the day of Bitcoin so far is, and let's switch this over to the hourly so you can see the high. Let's go to the hourly here. The hourly today is the high we've got is back here only a couple of hours ago. Actually, we got up to 30,369 on Coinbase, which is a pretty amazing. So that was only a few hours ago. How many hours was that? That was 5 hours ago. We hit the high there of 30,369. Now, what we want to do is get over that level. We want to get over that level, over 30,400. We want to start consolidating there. Brendan and I have been talking about this, and this seems like a good level to break out of. Now, what we're really looking forward to for the full bull market to get on is to somehow get over this like 32K or somewhere around that ballpark, 31,500, 32K. So that's what we're hunting for to get this sort of a more of a bull market confirmation. But so far, so good. So fingers crossed on that. That's kind of where we're playing there. Let's look at the monthly, the daily. Actually, we'll go back to the daily. And my chart's gone awry, but let's go back to the daily there. And yeah, looking pretty good is this chart. So we want to get over this 32, over the 32 here. In my view, that would get us over this level as well. And yeah, definitely looking good for that. I don't have auto correct, so I've got to kind of do it this way. So this yellow line, we're definitely over getting over that. That is the 30,400. And of course, getting to 32, I think is a pretty good confirmation we've got something good going here with the old chart. So pretty cool. Let me get rid of the overlays. You can sort of see that ticking in a longer time scale. Now looking at the monthly, so look at the monthly, bam, there's the monthly chart. I haven't got no auto correct on this. I might have to play around with my features on this, but that is the monthly. Let me just zoom this away. Here we are. All right, green month. Look at that, 2 green months in a row. And I think Randy Alassi said his Ori indicator was green, so we're in a green month, looking pretty good. This is on a monthly. These are monthly candles now, not daily or hourly candles. And look at that, we are above the 50 EMA, that yellow line, which is pretty cool. And it's looking pretty good, isn't it? I think it's looking pretty good. So fingers crossed, getting to 32, and up we go, up we go. And of course, we're going to go into 6 months. So the halvening is here. The halvening is here. So once we get to here, there's the halvening, and of course, we're likely to rally through that. So it could be pretty good for the old quality assets there, which is pretty neat. Now, what things are coming up? Of course, we talked about that. So let's break that down a bit more before we move into Pulse Chain. And I've lost all my overlays because I took them off. Let me just restructure this. This is problem when you don't have auto queue set up. So let's go. All right, let's resize that. There we are. So what I want to talk about is the BT Bitcoin ETFs. And at the moment, I got a placeholder for the 15th of December. Why so bullish? Well, because we talked about some of the cool things that are happening. So what's driving this market? Well, some of the things obviously is a flight. The fact that crypto really hasn't had a run. Stock market has had a run, and stock market's likely to continue as well. So into the end of the year, and so crypto's having a run. Also a flight to quality assets, treasuries, gold. Gold is up, and gold's likely to have a strong run as well. It is heading towards 2,000. People talk about 3,000 on gold, and of course you've got these wars going on and potential contagion there. So lots of things happening in that space. So here it is on, and of course now they're talking about crypto, Bitcoin, and stuff being quality assets along the line of gold and treasuries, and so that's really important. That also means that, yeah, we're still got this sort of a mixed bag. We're kind of correlated to the stock market, but we're also kind of not correlated. We're kind of a quality, a safe asset. We're speculative and safe at the same time. It's kind of a transitional phase, perhaps. Maybe we're heading towards full-on quality. And of course, we've heard the BlackRock CEO talk about it. So very, very exciting. So
it's around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
So that is super bullish. That's the CEO of BlackRock, the biggest capital fund manager. And man, oh man, what is the future of that? It's going to be absolutely amazing. So this is really spurring the market on. And that if you've got big money coming into the markets, we're talking about adding, potentially at least a minimum of $1 trillion to the market cap of crypto, which is pretty bullish. And so why have we got the BTC ETF on the December the 15th as opposed to Q1 next year? And that was all driven by, of course, probably the Michael Novogratz from Galaxy, and of course talking about their ETF process and how that's looking bullish for this year, not the beginning of next year. And with the SEC, so really exciting to see that. And of course, you can see I've got a placeholder here for the 15th of December. So looking really, and of course, that's just going to absolutely make the markets go silly nuts, crazy, heading into Christmas period and the new year. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So let's hear it from Michael Novogratz.
With this report, let's start with all of the excitement / hype / I don't know what about the fact that not just BlackRock but Fidelity and so many others have attempted at least or have applications in to try to get a Bitcoin ETF going. And the question is whether just because they're asking, is it going to be approved?
Yeah, it's going to get approved. We actually think, we're partnered with Invesco on an application. We think it happens this year in 2023. All the indications of of dealing seem to be heading in the right direction. And that's, from
what's Mike, though, because I don't want people to, Mike, people are going to say he's talking his book. He owns a lot of Bitcoin. He wants this to happen, obviously. What would you pinpoint and specifically suggest that you're seeing around the approval process that is somehow different today than it was a year ago, than it was 2 or 3 years ago?
The most significant piece was the SEC lost in court, right? The judge said, "What are you talking about, SEC? You have a futures ETF and you're saying you can't have a cash ETF. That makes intellectually 0 sense." And I think that put the SEC on the back foot. And I think Gensler needs a win. There's a tremendous amount of pressure to do something that is rational. The American public wants this. BlackRock, who's the largest asset manager in the world, is out publicly saying we're going to get this done. And it's, I can't talk specific about conversations our guys are having, and that's on the Invesco side. But talking to all the other people, it just feels like the dialogue with the SEC is all heading in the right direction.
But when you say the dialogue with the SEC, have you seen a shift, a fundamental shift in the way the SEC, anecdotally, I imagine, would have to be the only way you'd know this, has changed the approach to thinking about this in light of that lawsuit? Which is to say, Lena Khan has lost lawsuits before, in her agency at the FTC. That hasn't shifted the way she thinks about antitrust regulation in the United States.
Yeah, just the public filings back and forth and the comments you're reading online, the people's comments are much more constructive, and when you go to the comment period, what they're asking about all seems much more specific than general, and that seems to be a good sign. We'll see. I don't have a crystal ball. This is my intuition.
Investigate how the report was written, but there's some people that are anxious or worried that there's manipulation at play.
The last day for the SEC to file an appeal on that suit came and went, and so there was some expectation